Hi, I'm Judy with Amazing Trails Yoga, doing a good practice for your overall health, well-being, and fitness. This fits in with any type of practice you are doing, be it yoga, an instrument, a language, or overnight hiking like we are, to help us all feel better prepared, stronger, and more positive. See you on the mat. Start in Skandasana, butterfly, with the soles of your feet together, and we'll tent our fingers to the floor, or you could use a block, and we'll inhale and exhale, doing little mini push-ups. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, it doesn't matter how far you come down. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Extend your right leg out to the side. Take the sole of your left foot to your inner thigh. We'll tent our fingers and do mini push-ups. Inhale, exhale, coming down. Inhale, exhale, down. Inhale, maybe you can make your way a little deeper. Exhale, down. Inhale and exhale. Take your right hand to your left knee, bring your left arm around, and we'll do a spinal twist, looking over your left shoulder and breathing. Take your left arm over top toward your right foot. Again, you could come all the way down. It does not matter. Up here is fine. Take a nice side stretch. And lifting up your torso a bit, we're going to square off your hips and face your right foot and come down. You could always use your blocks to bring the earth closer to you. Does not matter how far you come down. And we're coming up. Take the soles of your feet together again in Skandasana. Inhale. Exhale, tenting your fingers, doing mini push-ups. You could breathe on your own, push up on your own, at your own speed. Come down toward your feet, toward the ground. And when you're up, take your left foot out to the side. Your right sole of your foot comes to your inner thigh. We'll tent our fingers again. Maybe you could put your palms down. We're coming down for mini push-ups. And up, keeping your breath alive and moving. Maybe you could come down lower this time than you did before. And breathing. Take your left hand to your right knee. Your right arm comes around behind you. Look over your right shoulder. A nice spinal twist. Waking up the spine. Take your right arm over toward your left foot. Nice side stretch. Relaxing. Again, it doesn't matter how far up, how far down we are. We're just getting a nice stretch. Lifting up your torso a bit, we're squaring off our hips toward our left foot and coming down. We'll make our way up, and you're extending your right leg out to the side in a straddle. And take your hands so that your fingertips are facing you. And we'll inhale. Maybe you can drop your palms to the ground, or you could use blocks. Exhale, sucking your belly in, bringing your chin to your chest. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, chin to chest. And one more time. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, chin to chest. And we're coming up and taking your strap. My strap was too heavy to hike with, so I just brought the cameraman's necktie. Oops. And I will start with my left foot in the sky. Taking your strap, you can keep your right foot bent or come all the way down. And we're going to lower your foot. You separate your arms and inhale back. You could bring your hands together. Utilize the strap to pull your leg up and down, giving it some circulation, some motion. So you separate on the way down, together on the way up, just pulling it back and forth. It allows greater motion, bringing it up and down. Very nice. And taking the strap in your left hand, we're going to make giant size leg circles, opening up the hips. By using this strap, you can go even further than you ever imagined, all the way around. Should feel really nice. Great. And then bringing it around the other direction. Great. All the way around. As big as you like, you don't have to make them so gigantic. And taking the foot back in the sky, take your left hand a little bit further, and we're going to draw your foot a little bit over to the left. You'll feel a deep stretch. Take your right hand out to the side, and we're going to bring our left foot over to the left, keeping our right pelvis, our right hip down. We're not going to come over along with the foot. So it doesn't have to be all the way out. Could be this far out. Does not matter. But again, utilizing the strap helps us to be more mobile. Open your leg up a bit further, the hips. And bring your leg up and take the strap in your right hand, and we're bringing our left foot all the way across. I have to move over. The shelter's in my way a little bit. Look over your left shoulder. Nice spinal twist. Deep stretch in your left hip, your left thigh. So many muscles. We'll bring our left leg back up and shimmy over. We'll exchange legs so that the strap is in your right foot. You could bend your left leg or keep it all the way down. And we'll take the strap in both hands and lower it as we separate our hands. Bring our hands together as we bring our foot back up. Lower, separate our hands on the way down. Our hands come together on the way up. We come down and up. Waking our leg up. Getting it ready for some good deep stretching. Some movement. Up and down. You could use anything if you don't have a strap, a necktie, a bathrobe tie, a belt, whatever you like. A jump rope I use with my yoga for kids. And take the strap in your right hand. I might have to move over a bit. Maybe I'll come over on this side because I'm going to make some big circles with my right foot. And my right hand with the strap is guiding it around, allowing it to move a little bit further than you would without the strap. There we go. Around. I'm hearing a little snap, crackling, and popping. And you can go the other direction. Great. Around and around. Have some fun with this. And on the way up, I'm going to grab the strap in my right hand and just bring my foot a little bit over to the left. Good deep stretch, really good for your sciatic. With your left hand extended out to the left, you could open up your right leg, keeping your hip and your pelvis down. Again, it doesn't matter how far you open, how far down you go. It could be up like this. It certainly doesn't matter. No one's watching, no one's judging. You be you. It's a new saying, I like it. And bringing your foot up, we're going to take the strap in our left hand and go right across our body over to the left as we look to the right. My eyes are closed. I'm relaxing and the sun is so much in my eyes. And we're coming up and bending our leg to release the strap. Don't let it go too far away. And we're making our way up to the back of your mat and sitting on your heels. Nice knee opener. We're going to take our hands forward into a child's pose. And rounding our backs, lifting up our hips, and now we're dropping our pelvis toward the mat and coming up into an upward facing dog. However, a high cobra, Papa Bear Cobra. Our knees are still on the ground and we're just shifting our hips from side to side. Very nice. Now we're lifting up our seats, sitting back on our heels. And we'll come again, making a big arch, looking like the cat and cat-cow, and dropping our pelvis down. This time you can lift up your knees into the upward facing dog. And gently dropping your knees, sitting back on your heels. Rounding our spines back up into cat. Coming down, lifting up our knees. And dropping our knees ever so gently, sitting back on our heels. And one last time, we're arching, making a big arch. Draw your belly into your spines. Coming forward, lifting up our knees. Then we're going to come to the balls of our feet. Give our toes a nice little stretch. Back and forth and back and forth. And making our way up into downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, we're going to bend our left leg at the knee, give our calves on our right leg a nice stretch, the Achilles tendon. Deep, deep stretch. And we'll bend our right leg at the knee, stretching out our left calf, our left Achilles tendon. And back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale your right leg up. You're bending it at the knee and you're making big hip circles similar to what we did with the belt. Coming around one way, then we'll make big circles the other way. Very nice. And looking between your hands, we'll lunge our right foot up between our hands. Lower your left knee. Give yourselves a nice stretch. Straightening our left leg, we'll inhale our right arm up to the sky. Make big circles one way. Big swimmer circles. Doesn't matter if you're going front or back, because we're going to switch. About now, we'll go the other direction. Very nice, opening up our shoulders, our arms. Bring your right hand down, and we're going to straighten our right leg and bend our leg at the knee. Straighten your right leg, bend your leg at the knee. Straighten your right leg in a pyramid, and this time you can take your fingertips and face them to the back of the mat like we did in straddle. You could lower your head toward your shin, the crown of your head toward the mat. Take some nice breaths. This is so good for your wrists. Really helps you to prevent carpal tunnel. And we can face our fingers forward again. Bend your leg at the knee and come back. Keeping your hands on either side of your left foot. You could bring your right foot in a little bit and drop your heel as you straighten your left forward leg and bend at the knee. Straighten your left leg and bend at the knee. Straighten and bend. Straighten, bringing your hips back. We'll stay this way. You could take your fingertips and have them face toward the back of the mat. Draw your third eye toward your shin. The crown of your head comes down toward the mat. We're in a pyramid. Giving your arms a nice practice stretch. This is a good practice. Nice deep breath. And bending at the knee, we take our hands back to the mat, fingertips forward. The knee and come back into downward facing dog. Take a nice breath in and out. Bend your left leg at the knee. You're giving the back of your right leg a nice stretch. Now you're going to lift your heel a little bit higher. Give your toes a good stretch. And down. We'll bend our right leg at the knee. Give your left leg a nice stretch. Now you're lifting up your heel a little bit higher, coming onto the backs of your toes, a good toes stretch. Waking up those feet and coming down. Inhale your left leg up. We'll bend it at the knee and make some giant hip circles one way. Going one direction. Very nice. And then the other direction. Like we did, hanging onto that strap. Bringing your leg up. Look between your hands. Lunge your left leg up between your hands. Could lower your right knee. Give yourselves a nice stretch. Should feel good. straighten your right leg and we'll make some big circles with our arms one way. Opening up our shoulders. Very nice. And the other direction. Feels really beautiful. Bringing your hand down, we'll take our left foot back to meet our right in downward dog. We'll inhale into plank, exhale chaturanga, inhale up into upward facing dog. In upward facing dog, we'll come to the balls of our feet and go back and forth a little bit. Giving our toes another nice stretch. And come into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, look between your hands and inhale your right foot up in a lunge. You can always help it along the way. Doesn't really matter how you get there. We're taking our hands to the front of the mat, or the side of the mat, and we're coming into Skandasana. Could always use the blocks, whatever helps you. Nice inner thigh stretch that we've been working on. Should feel nice. Just take a nice relaxing stretch. Toes should maybe be upward. Any way you like that's comfortable for you. And take your hands and we'll walk over to the left. Another Skandasana. Should feel good. And we'll walk back over toward our right foot. We're in a lunge. Bring your right foot back into downward facing dog. Take a nice stretch, or a nice breath rather. Inhale into plank, high plank, lower chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, look at your hands, and we'll take your left foot to the pinky toe side of your right foot, and your right leg to the pinky toe side will come into malasana. You can take your elbows to widen your knees. Just take a nice relaxing malasana. Very, very nice. And from malasana, we're coming up ever so slowly into Tadasana, mountain pose. Take your hands around behind you, interlace your fingers. Let me straighten my mat a bit. And we're going to take a nice inhale. On the exhale, we're doing a forward bend, bringing your arms up overhead. Should feel really good. Dropping the crown of your head toward the mat. Opening up your arms. And we're coming back up. Very nice. We're grabbing our straps. And holding on to our straps with the straps around your thumb, and grab a hold with your fist, and we're going to bring the strap up overhead. Make sure the strap or the belt is rather tight, or taut rather, and bring it around behind you. It shouldn't be so tight that you're bending your arms. And bring it back up. This is so good for your rotator cuff, something very necessary for all of us. Opening up our arms, opening up our shoulders. Really good. Should think to do this every day. Feels so good. And bringing it up again. Around behind you, whatever size is good for you. And coming down. Okay, now we can say bye-bye to the strap. We'll get to the front of the mat. Very nice. And inhale your arms up. And we're snow angeling our arms down. Bring them around behind. Put them through your legs and grab a hold of your shins, your calf. Your crown of your head drops toward the mat. This is infinity pose. Nice forward bend. Releasing our arms, we're coming down into cosmic eggs here, lifting your heels. Good, or ball of yarn. And taking your arms out with your palms down, we're coming up, up, up. Very good with your heels lifted if possible. And this is the giving position. We're coming down, down, down. Very nice. Back into the cosmic egg. Could drop your heels. We'll do a forward bend. Your arms go through your legs, around your shins. Drop the crown in infinity pose. Dropping your seat again, lifting your heels. Your palms are up toward the sky. And we're coming all the way up, a nice balanced pose. And coming down. Very nice. Dropping your heels. We'll come to the center of the mat, wherever you are, that's good for you. And you're going to grab a hold of your big toes or the sides of your feet. And perhaps you could come into a balance. If not, keep your heels down. We're stretching our right leg out to the side. And back. Very nice. Our left leg out to the side. And back. We're trying to balance both legs out to the sides. And bring them together. We're coming into Shavasana boat. You could bend your legs if that's more easy for you. I could lift them, straighten them, bend, and we're coming directly down onto our backs. You could stay on your back, or you could lift your hips up into the sky into a shoulder stand, candlestick, if you will, or you could keep your back on the mat if that is not in your practice. So whatever is good for you. We're opening our legs out to the sides in a goddess. Our feet come together and up. We'll do that again. We open into goddess, a straddle pose. Our feet come together and up. And one more time, we separate. Feet come together and up, and we're lowering our backs, bending our legs at the knees. Take your left hand over your knees and draw your knees over to the left as we look over to the right. Nice spinal twist. We're winding down. Breathing. Looking up toward the sky, bring your knees together and shift them over to the right, looking over your left shoulder. Looking up to the sky, we'll bring our knees back together. Lift your feet up a little bit as you grab the pinky toe side of your feet into a happy baby. Could straighten out your right leg out to the side. And back. Your left leg out to the side. And back. Both legs straightened out to the sides. The shelter's a little in my way. Such a beautiful, clean shelter. I just love it. So thoughtful of people on the Appalachian Trail. Bring your feet together. You can drop your feet ever so gently to the mat. We're in a reclined Baddha Konasana. Supta Baddha Konasana will end like this in Shavasana. You can stay like this. You can straighten your left leg and your right leg and breathing, enjoying your breath, letting your body absorb everything it has done. Begin waking your body up, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, drawing one knee up at a time. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Make your way up any way you like into a cross-legged position. Our palms are together. Thank you so much for joining Amazing Trails Yoga at our good yoga practice here at one of the beautiful shelters along the Appalachian Trail in Maryland. And have a beautiful, beautiful day. Subscribe, like us. We love you. Namaste.